Hello, my name is Leila Idokdim. My task herein is to talk about my part on our research content, which is entitled Teaching Writing, submitted by me and my partner Wafa Boumelk, supervised by Dr. Yusuf Tamer, trying to explain and to make any unclear information clearer. I am also supposed to state my choice and give arguments to support it. This is going to be a short viewing of the points which I put forward in the two last parts, one by one. Let's start with the second part, writing in practice, which contains writing tasks and genre, fluency and accuracy in writing, types of accuracy writing and types of fluency writing. Writing tasks and genre. In practice, there are many writing tasks and genre, such as descriptive paragraphs, postcards, form filling, etc. Fluency and accuracy in writing. A classroom activity may aim either at accuracy or fluency. An accuracy-oriented activity, such as pattern drill, is usually used in the teaching of a new target item. A fluency-oriented activity, such as an extensive reading and information gap, aims to develop the students' spontaneous communications skills in using what they have already learned. Concerning accuracy activities, the primary purpose is to help students achieve accurate perception and production of a target item, which can be a sound, a word, or a sentence structure. Students' here attention is focused on particular target item. Their output is usually predictable. Their performance is assessed on how few language mistakes are made. Students' errors are corrected. Tasks don't usually stimulate. Concerning fluency activities is to help students practice language in listening, speaking, reading, and writing activities, to develop fluency in using the language in spontaneous communication. Students' attention is focused on communicating information and expressing ideas. Their output may not always be predictable. Their performance is assessed on how well ideas are expressed or understood. Students' errors are not corrected unless with communication tasks often stimulate real-life situations. Let's move to the third and last part, teaching writing as process, not as a product. Teaching writing can be done through two different approaches. The first one considers writing as a product. In this aspect, the teacher launches a topic which learners have to deal with in piece of writing, a dialogue, an article, etc. The learner does not follow any systematic stages of producing. Focus is only on the final product. The teacher's role is only to evaluate and score. The second approach views teaching writing as a process through which the learner learns what and how to write. It's done through a series of stages during which the role of the teacher is to help, advise, facilitate, guide, and eventually evaluate and score. Process approaches to writing tend to focus more on the varied classroom activities which promote the development of language use. Brainstorming, group discussion, rewriting. Such an approach can have any number of stages, though a typical sequence of activities could proceed as follows. The first stage, pre-writing stage. The key to a great paper is in the planning. Before you sit down to write something, learners need to figure out what they are going to write about. Most of us start with a topic and then decide what we have to say about this topic. For an essay, learners might generate a working thesis or a main idea that they would like to explore, and then start collecting information and ideas that relate to that idea. Pre-writing is everything learners do before they begin to draft the paper. Look over an assignment handout, choose and narrow their topic, and assess their audience and purpose. Research is also an important aspect of pre-writing. They can also use certain pre-writing strategies to help them to choose and develop a topic, such as make lists of ideas on a topic, read and take notes on a topic, make a cluster, which is a visual map of ideas and concepts related to the topic, ask questions about a topic, discuss ideas about a topic with others and take notes, and make an outline of the paper. One last thing, learners may also need to consider their audience before they begin to write, to make sure that their writing will fit the audience they are addressing. They need to consider who they are. Let's move to the second stage. Drafting stage. Drafting is the stage when learners begin to put the paper in paragraph from when they begin to draft their writing. They need to keep in mind 5 separate writing techniques that will help their reader to understand their paper. First, thesis statement. At the end of their introduction, write a one-sentence statement that is the basis for entire paper. A good thesis statement lets the reader know what your paper will cover. Second, topic sentence. Each paragraph should begin with a topic sentence that states the main idea of that paragraph. Just like the thesis statement, the topic sentence lets the reader know what the paragraph contains. Third, sufficient support. While learner opinions thoughts are important, they cannot be the legs their paper stands on. They need to support their topic with ideas by developing them. Fourth, coherence. This means it all comes together. If an essay is coherent, all the paragraphs relate to the one before it, and all the sentences relate to the one before it. 5. Unity. Learners should make sure all sentences relate to the topic sentence and all paragraphs relate to the thesis statement. Let's move now to the third stage, post-writing. We defined post-writing as the step in the writing process where the written text is shared with other audiences, such as a peer editor or the instructor, or even the general public. The fourth and last stage, final drafting. By this phase, students are supposed to work individually. It can be done either in class or at home. The teacher's response to his students' writing is to concentrate mainly on the clarity of the message. Their attention should be drawn to things that may impede communication. The organization of the writing is also worth considering. In brief, only the most serious mistakes are to be discussed. Now we will discuss the teacher's role. Teacher's role divide to four important rules. First, to provide a checklist for self and peer correction helps the learners or students think, organize, self-correct, and to guide to correct if it's necessary. And finally, the most important one is eventually evaluate, score, and the final product. Finally, general conclusion. I might seem to be defining the process writing. It is true. It gives a large chance to the learners to learn writing. It also enables them to produce more, to be creative, to be critical and systematic while writing. And thank you for watching.